What's up, everybody? Another day. Welcome to another day in the Bat Cave. It's your man Batman. Hey, by the way, man, if some of you all like my little, you know, my exposure or introduction or showing you all what goes on in the day to day world of trucking out here, as much as some of you all want to think that it's a gravy train or whatever, or you're gonna buy a truck and you're gonna make this much money because you're used to making that much, and everybody on Instagram and YouTube and all that kind of, yeah, guys like someone like myself, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, man. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to show you all. I've been doing this trucking thing for a long time. But anyway, let me cut to the chase right here. Broker, I'm dealing with a broker. Yesterday I booked a load from wherever in Alabama, right? First of all, these brokers, they be lying about the weight of the load, and then they be lying about the mileage, right? I'm gonna tell you, because those 2 points right there, when you lie about those things, and those of you who got your little trusty calculator right here, they give you the false information. So the smaller the number, the bigger the rate, the more attractive. Yes, the lower the weight, the less the miles, the higher the rate on what they're paying you, or so as you will be misled to think. It would make the loads look more attractive, right? And those of you who are stuck in this 1980s bullshit about $2 a mile, you're gonna be like, oh man, broker said I'm getting $2 a mile. $2 a mile ain't gonna help you get your truck out the shop when it's broke, my man. So definitely. Anyway, broker gonna we book a load. Then I called the shipper, the place. It was a recycling place where I needed an empty and heavy weight ticket. Obviously, my alarms go up. I'm like, what's the average weight on these loads? This dude was like, yo, it's 42 to 45, no, 43 to 45,000 pounds. I called my man back and I was like, yo, rate confirmation said 40,000. First of all, I don't pull heavy loads. Heavier the load, the heavier the load, the heavier the rate. But I don't pull heavy loads, right? Decrease on my maintenance on my trailer damage, flat tires, and all that stuff. You got to be smart. These are all the things about the business of trucking and stuff that you guys don't think about. You know what I mean? When you pulling those cheap and heavy loads, and some so-called dispatcher just want to sit behind a computer and want to put a load on your truck or whatever, and you pull a load 10 miles out of a 200-mile trip, and boom, you got a flat tire, boom, that's $500, right? The damn load is only paying you, again, if you're pulling that load for $2 a mile per se, and you're going 200 miles, they're paying you $500, right? That $500 get eaten up by that flat tire that you just popped on the side of the road, right? Right? Exactly. So now you're pulling the loads for free. Your truck getting in the shop, you can't afford to fix it. So you got to be smart or whatever. Anyway, a broker gonna tell me, because I called him and told him I no longer want this load, because the shipper told me it's going to be between 42 and 43,000 pounds, or 43 to 45,000 pounds. That I'm a liar. So he calls me a liar because I'm giving him the load back. Now he wants to tell me, read paragraph 1 of his or the small print on his contract, that if I take my truck off the load within 12 hours. I said, yo, it was all cool when we was good, but now I found out that you was lying. You telling me this heavy ass load, and I'm not putting no heavy load on my truck to satisfy you or nobody, right? So I gave it back to him. Now he wants to tell me, oh man, I'm going to report you to Carrier 411 or Freight Guard. Those of you who don't know what Freight Guard is, or Carrier 411, that means you don't have enough experience in the trucking business right now, right? You all need to look it up. So needless to say, he want to tell me he's going to send me an invoice for $200, right? Because now he has to pay somebody extra to actually go deliver the load, which is a bunch of bullshit. Anyway, he emailed me back and forth. I told him, my man, kick rocks. You do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I got to protect my truck. It ain't happening. Right? That's how they do you out here, right? Hold on a second. Yeah, man. So, definitely, broker want to tell me I got to give him $200 for canceling the load on, with him within the first 2 hours. or he's gonna report me to. There's a platform that it's kind of one-sided, that brokers could go on there and tell and say what kind of bullshit that they want to about a carrier, but the carrier cannot dispute it. So it's one-sided, and of course, but yeah, that's the bullshit that goes on over here on the dispatching side. So you carriers out here, you dispatchers and stuff, you dispatchers that have some sense, man. Stop falling for the okie doke, right? Heavy load means a heavy rate. There is no regulation in trucking that's going to tell you, oh man, the broker's supposed to pay you this and the supposed to pay you that. So stop falling for that bullshit, because you're fucking yourself, but you're also fucking me too. And according to Mother Nature, God put me on earth to be the poker, not the pokey. You know what I mean? So for you adults in the room, keep it a little funny sometimes, man. But this your man Batman. Don't forget to like my channel. If you like my channel, subscribe to it. I'm gonna be putting more anti-broker videos, but a lot more business insight on what you guys should be looking at. And some of you, put some comments on there and stuff. If you got a GED in dispatching and stuff, because I don't. I got a fourth grade education. That's right, fourth. Brother man from the 5th floor. See what I'm saying? My numbers are off, right? Yeah. Anyway, trucking and common sense, man. Holla at your boy Batman, all right? Subscribe, like to my channel. Tell somebody that's somebody, and tell somebody that's a nobody. Make them somebody. Just tell anybody, man. Like, yo, this dude is talking about trucking here, and he's living it. He's in it. He's in the trenches with it. So every day, man. Look, the broker right now emailing me about a load. I've told him, look, I don't move my trucks for less than $400 within a radius of 100 miles. Again, telling me some bullshit about. I'm in the Atlanta area, so Tucker, Georgia, going to Forsyth. They're always going to try to tell you how much miles it is. What they fail to realize, it doesn't matter about the miles. If my truck goes over here and sits for 2 hours, take an hour to drive, that's 3. Take another 2 hours to get the freight off. Son, come on. Yo, that's hours in a day that I got to pay my drivers on my clock. I don't give a damn about, it's only 60 miles or whatever. Where they do that at, man? Time. See, time right here. A wise man once said, a man that does not pay attention to the time does not respect his time. If you don't pay attention to the clock on the wall, the one on your wrist, on your phone, that means somebody else gonna be disrespecting your time, man. You know what I mean? Time and money gotta make sense. And those of you who jumping into this trucking game and listening to this buffoon people that be selling you all classes and dispatching and all that and stuff, it's a hustle game. If you don't know numbers, you're not gonna make it out here. Numbers, bottom line. This right here should be your best friend, right? Not Leroy, not Susie, not Rico, not Bobo. This right here. This one's a Canon, some like Casio. Or then again, some of you who don't go to the dollar store like me, right? Get your little calculator on your phone, man. Numbers got to make sense. Stop getting bamboozled and hoodwinked out here, and all these brokers are making money on you, right? Stop the bullshit. Point blank, period. Yo, I used to have a driver. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but his favorite words at the end of every statement or whenever he talks and stuff. Blah 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 blah. Point blank, period, right? Of course, he deep south or whatever. So anyway, stop running cheap freight. Stop getting bamboozled by these brokers out here, right? Stay up. Let's hustle on the same. If we hustling on the same street, let's keep our numbers together, right? That's right. Next time, Batman out.